Hello everybody. My name is Parmis. Probably you've seen my name on the chat group. So I'm currently pursuing my master's in early childhood and early childhood special education as you. In this video, I'll be sharing my professional philosophy rooted in real classroom experience as a teacher assistant and EC instructor at college and early childhood educator for children with special needs at kindergarten or preschool. Well, I believe that every child deserves to be both supported and engaged in their early learning journey. So, the supported tenet of the whole child framework emphasizes the importance of building a strong relationships with families and ensuring that each child has access to appropriate learning opportunities. Well, I have to say in my work as early childhood educator, supporting children with special needs, I regularly communicated with families through daily reports or communication books. And sometimes I do have one-to-one conversation to ensure continuity between home and school. For example, I work with a family of a nonverbal child to develop a communication board. So we use both in the classroom and home consistency. So this consistency help reduce frustration and encourage language development. I have to say equally important is the engaged tenet. As an EC instructor, I've modeled how to plan developmentally appropriate hands-on activities. That connect to children's interests and cultures. Also, I've seen firsthand how a child who connects to the learning, whether through a favorite book, cultural song, or a sensory experience, is more likely to thrive then. So my approach is kind of grounded in the theories of Vygotsky and Bronfenbrenner and Maslow. This guide cause how I design curriculum and support families and create emotionally safe, inclusive spaces. As a teacher assistant in a preschool or kindergarten or even at elementary school, at Inclusion Classroom, I applied Vygotsky scaffolding by helping a child with developmental delays participate in block area and play by offering simple verbal prompts and modeling social scripts. And Bronfenbrenner reminds me that collaboration with families and specialists, which is importance as classroom teaching. While Maslow's theory had led me to create calming calming corners for children to self-regulate before joining group activities. I also incorporate sensory-rich materials like textures, number cards, and real-life props to support small group learning. Real-life props, an example can be a small piece of wood, And whether I'm teaching early math or literacy, my goal is to ensure every child is cognitive and emotionally engaged, connected to the content in a way that feels joyful and meaningful. Inclusion is central to my teaching philosophy. In my role supporting children with special needs, I've adopted lessons using UDL, Universal Design for Learning, to provide multiple pathways for participation. During story time, for example, I use a mix of read aloud narration, puppets, pictures, visual cards, and tactile props so that every child, verbal or nonverbal, um, native speakers, or dual language learner could engage meaningfully. One family shared their child's sensitivity to sound, so I added noise reducing headphones and visual schedules. So that simple change made a big difference in the child's engagement and even in at classroom. I also bring cultural identity into learning. As an instructor, I encourage celebrations. One memorable moment was when a student invited a parent to share Persian lullaby in Farsi. So this is not only affirm that child's identity, but spark curiosity, connection among peers. All of these inclusive practices foster engagement by validating each child's language, culture, and learning style. Throughout my career, I remained committed to professional growth. I've participated in training through NIEYC, National Association for the Education of Young Children, and DEC, Division for Early Childhood. And I recently completed a Baby American Sign Language ESL course to support pre-verbal and nonverbal children. I also implemented visual movements cues after attending a DEC webinar on inclusive routines, which helped a child with sensory processing issues feel more confident during transitions. As a college instructor in early childhood education, I also mentor, teach adult learners um, entering the profession. In my courses, I model UDL, Universal Design for Learning, trauma informed care practices, and culturally responsive teaching. For example, I design materials for children with diverse abilities, languages, and cultural backgrounds. I also share field-based stories to help students understand how theory translates into practice. So I have to say, as an EC instructor, I mentor inspiring educators on strategies like UDL, informed care seminar, and to better support children who have experienced adversity. After each workshop, I reflect on what I've learned, review my notes, and implement one new idea in my classroom. When teachers are professionally engaged, they model curiosity, flexibility, and lifelong learning, qualities that ripple into every child's experience. As an educator, I uphold federal laws like IDEA, Individual with Disabilities Education Act, ADA, American with Disabilities Act, and FERA, FERPA, Family Educational Rights and Privacy Act, and I advocate for equity and access in every IEP individualized education program process. And in one case, I supported a family transitioning from IFSP, individualized family service plan, to IEP. They were overwhelmed and frustrated, so I took time to explain each step, and I even attended with them at meeting to ensure their voice was heard. Working with culturally and dual language people and diverse families, I always approach legal and ethical decision making with cultural humility, asking questions, respecting values, and adapting communication to meet families where they are. This advocacy not only fulfills legal obligations, but also it supports engaged tenets of the whole child framework. Also, I have to say, when families feel respected and empowered, children benefit from a stronger collaboration and more meaningful support. Thank you for watching. My experience as a teacher assistant, early childhood educator, and EC instructor has shaped my commitment to creating inclusive, developmentally appropriate, and engaging environments. Every child matters. Every child is unique, and every child deserves to be seen, supported, and inspired to reach their full potential. And I'm proud to be part of that journey. Have a great night.